Ha! We are live. Hello and welcome to the first official TheFreeCheese.com live stream. I am your Joe Dix. I will be here today playing Tetris for the 30th birthday of the classic game created by Alexei Pajitnov. I'm just going to start it up. This was the first Tetris that I ever played on NES, and I don't know, it just always stuck with me. Yep. We'll do A-type. Classic style. Let's see. Why not? So, for those of you who follow me on Twitter and your regular readers of TheFreeCheese.com, you will know that I've started late on today's stream, and I apologize for that. My dog thought it'd be a good idea to eat a bobby pin, so I had to deal with that. Chasing him around the apartment, trying to fish it out of his mouth. Anyway, I was also supposed to have a guest here with me playing Tetris. Readers on the site or listeners to Foreplay will know that that is Kyle. But Kyle could not make it at last minute. My apartment door is unlocked. Who knows who might walk in and start playing Tetris with me, but I'm gonna play for an hour and try to talk for an hour. Sorry, you can always put it on mute, I guess, and not listen to me chatting. Also, it's the first live stream I've ever really done, so the chat might not even work. You might not even hear my voice. You're just seeing a weird video in the corner of some dude talking, but no voice. I suppose you can leave something in the comments and say... Yeah, let me know. Tell me in the comments if there's any sort of problems with the stream quality, or if my voice isn't showing up or something, because that would suck. Yeah. I was gonna give a little background on my experience with Tetris. Not that you care, but I have nothing else to talk about. But I'm gonna wait a minute until I can think clearly. Because Tetris is a thinking game, is it not? Oh shit. Boom! Yeah, we'll do that. Let's have fun. Uh-oh. That was dumb. Oh no, I fucked myself. Oh. One line. Here we go. The savior. Let's unlock something out. Oh no. Nope, nope. This is not gonna end well. First round. Just terrible. Destroyed. Alright, well, you know. Can't win them all. And I can't pull up my chat. Hang tight if you're watching. Well, let's see. Well, no chat for me. Give me a sec. Alright, I'm going to jump into another round. I think we'll go... Oh, hey. High score. This always pissed me off when I was a kid. Because it was... all this empty space after I put in my name. Yeah, let's go back. Do B-type. I don't know which music. It's so classic. That's way too intense. This one's subtle. I can deal with that. I'm gonna pop these down. Alright, let's do some B-type. Not doing 5. We'll do... go 4. 4. Let's start it at 3. Oops, hit the wrong. There we go. Alright. I said a couple minutes ago I was going to talk about my background with Tetris. Tetris... it's so funny because... I don't know, it might sound weird, and I get a lot of crap on the podcast that we do about how... Honestly, next week is E3. My most anticipated game at E3 is the new Ubisoft Tetris remake that's coming out for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and PC later this year. But Tetris, the one I'm playing now, to celebrate the 30th anniversary. This is the first game I remember playing. Today is the 30th anniversary of the game, but this version came out a couple years later. Crazy history on... I really screwed this up already. Crazy history on the NES, because you had it's a lot. You had the Tengen version of the game that was put out by Atari under their Tengen license, because back in the NES days, it wasn't like today with things cool like Steam or PlayStation Network or whatever, where you can just put a game out. back on the NES, Nintendo controlled all of the cartridge supply. So, I screwed this up. So if you wanted to make a game, you had to give Nintendo your money and order the cartridges. You could only have X amount of cartridges made per year. Or, I'm sorry, you could only have X amount of games. I think the number was 15 games per year from a single publisher. And companies obviously make more, not even going to bother. Companies wanted to make more than 15 games because the NES was huge and you wanted to get all the money you could get. So a lot of people would make these shell companies that were still part of their own company, but they would they'd put other things out under them, such as like the original Metal Gear on NES was Konami, but it wasn't put out under Konami, etc., etc. But yeah, Tetris was originally put out by, I hope I'm getting this right, because it's been a while since I've brushed up on my Tetris history, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Yeah, Tengen was a shell company from Atari that they used to put out more games than they were allotted the space for. And they put out a version of Tetris. It was completely unlicensed. So if you find it, I just saw one 2 weeks ago when I was in a game store at a flea market, and the Tengen version of it, the cartridge isn't that uniform. Every NES cartridge had that gray, little gray box. You know what it looks like. You've seen it on those cool shirts at Spencer Gifts that say "Blow Me." But the Tengen cartridge is like this ugly, big, thick, black and gold thing. Just there. Anyway, but after some time, Hank Rogers, Hank, with an E, he acquired the rights to bring the game over here. I think the first one he did with the Tetris company, I'm really screwing up my history because I'm playing, but he brought over the Game Boy game, and they got the deal to put it on Game Boy and, you know, have it packed in with every single Game Boy. And I think that was probably the second game I played. But I don't know. Diving out of real history and back into my own, I don't know why my parents would have had an NES before I was born, but I was born in '89, so I was 5 years younger than this game in history. Oh no, my dog's trying to get my coffee. I just want to get down. Oh, screwed up. That's what happens when a dog tries to play Tetris. This is terrible. But I remember being about, one of my earliest memories, I don't know how old I was playing this game with my mom. And see, like now we have gigantic TVs, and you sit across the room on a couch with a wireless controller and whatever. Back then, you had a wired controller. You had to sit on the... Oh man, I screwed myself. You had to sit on the floor right in front of the... Oh, I did it! Haha! You had to sit on the floor in front of the television and play your games, because there was no sitting across the room unless you had super long cables, but no. So, yeah, I remember that very fondly. And then I remember having the big, thick, big gray Game Boys that were like the size of a brick. And back then, every Game Boy you bought, I think the Game Boy came out '89. I think it came out at it was $89 price point, which is crazy. Oh, I am a Tetris master with a score of 11,000. Which $89 sounds cheap for today. I mean, you adjust it for inflation, it's still pretty cheap. But it came packed in with a version of Tetris, the Game Boy version, which a lot of people think is the best version. I don't know, I go back and forth between this one and that one. Let's bump it up, because I did so well that last time. Yeah, but I've just always had an affinity for this game. It's so simple, but it's really difficult to become great at it, and you can tell I've been playing it for like 25 years and I'm still terrible at it. I'm sorry, excuse me for one moment. Sorry. When you leave a dog unattended, he will destroy your apartment when you poorly train him. What was I saying? Yeah, you've been playing this game forever, and still not great at it. But there's something really, I don't know, attractive about it. Especially this version. Like, the Game Boy version is great, obviously, but I don't know, I always loved just staring at all the different colors. That was exciting. When you change levels in this, you get a new color palette. I don't know. For a game that can be sort of monotonous, while still being great, it's nice to have that break. I wish I would've... Oh well. Anyway, yeah, so Tetris led me to a lot of different things. One of them was actually learning to speak Russian. No, not directly, but when I got to college, in high school they told us you need X amount of years of a foreign language to graduate college. Cool, I did it. Thanks. I get to college and they said, oh wait, you missed it by 1 year. So you need to go do another semester of Spanish. Well, I don't remember anything except for camiseta and manzana. And I don't even remember what they mean. I just remember the words. I screwed that up. So it was like, alright, do I try and take a refresher course on Spanish and just wing it and hope that I can pass the class somehow just so I can graduate? Or do I do something new? And I thought about taking Japanese just because video games, but the majority of the kids that were taking Japanese, I didn't want to be in class with them. I'm gonna go back to A-Type. Go back to the original music. So, yeah, we'll do 6. Yeah, my favorite color palette, because it reminds me of Halloween. Anyway, so I was like, I don't think I'm gonna take Japanese. I'm like, well, what am I gonna take? French or Italian or German? What do we do here? I started thinking, like, what would be a cool language to learn? I remember playing Tetris, because I go back to this game all the time. Honest, I'm not, yes, this is a celebration, but I play this all the time. And, side note, the other night, I'm playing with 3DS and I go in the eShop. The eShop, I mean, this is not the right format to be complaining about the eShop, but that thing is terrible and difficult to navigate. I have had my 3DS since, I don't know, September, I think I got it. I didn't get one early. But I've had the thing for, I don't know, the better part of a year. And had no idea that Tetris was out, the Game Boy version, on 3DS. Just found it the other night. But, again, like, I go and I play this all the time. So, I was playing this while I was trying to decide what to do for classes and what to do whatever. And then I was like, learning Russian might be cool. And I looked. My school taught Russian. So I decided to sign up. And I'm really glad that I did, because it led to so many things where I signed up for Russian and take 101. And, like, I mean, immediately, like, I remember that was, I was so drawn in with the language, because, you know, when you're in high school and they tell you, you have to take a language, you have to do this, it's really, especially when you're, what, like 14, 15 years old, you don't want to do, you're in that rebellious stage, do what I want, kind of thing, and, I don't know, whenever you're forced to do something, it's never good. You need to change the public school system here. Totally different tangent, stupid, political. But, in college, I mean, college is great all around because you can choose whatever you do all the time. But, being able to, I don't know, being able to have choice over what language I was learning got me really excited for it. And I got really into Russian, like, really into Russian. I would come home from school and actually do my homework. And I remember just being obsessed, and I would just start watching anything I could that was in the Russian language. Like, I remember I found, there's an interview, I'm huge, for anyone who's watching that doesn't have any idea who I am, which is understandable for no one, but, I'm obsessed with Beavis and Butthead, one of my favorite shows ever. And I remember there was an interview with Mike Judge where he said, someone asked him, are there any international versions that you've ever seen, or, you know, which one's the best one? And he said that the Russian version of Beavis and Butthead was his favorite because they actually did the voices correctly, and they got a woman to do Beavis's voice, and he said that she does it, you know, almost as good as him, or even better at some points. And I remember when I was first learning Russian, I was like, well, I gotta look that up. And I would sit there and watch it. None of it made any sense to me, because I could barely even say, you know, Меня зовут Yosef. And here I was trying to listen to, I don't know, 20-year-old cartoons saying fart knocker in Russian. But anyway, yeah, I fell in love with language, with the Russian language, rather. Like, I remember I would be in my other classes taking notes, and I would just start writing shit in Russian, in Cyrillic, and not paying attention to anything that was going on in the class, and I'd get to the end of the lecture or whatever, and look down at my notes, and it's just like a bunch of random Russian scribble, but it was just to practice the handwriting and practice the language. I was obsessed. And then that led me to, boom! That led me to another semester where I'm looking through the course catalog, looking at what my requirements were, and it pops up like, hey, you need to take X amount of culture courses. And okay, I can, let's see, and it's like, you're looking at it, it's like, oh, studies on old people, oh, Russian history, or sorry, Soviet history, and I signed up for that, and it was, incredible, like, so incredible, 'cause, I don't know, this is such a tangent, but again, like, this all came from Tetris. This came from me signing up for classes, needing to take a language course, and playing Tetris while I was looking at class catalog. But I don't know, growing up and going to school and everything here, they only teach you so much. There's so much that you don't know. It's awesome now that we have this cool thing called the internet, where we can learn about anything we want to learn about. But how many people go out of their way to learn Soviet history? I never did. So, damn it. But I was just, immediately fascinated by everything that happened, from the early 1900s all the way through around the time I was born, in the fall of the Soviet Union. But just some of the crazy stuff that Stalin did, and I won't go into detail, because that, I don't know, might be boring. I assume it's boring for people who do not give a shit, and they just came here to watch me play Tetris. But, I don't know, if you're interested, you should go look some of it up. Yeah, I don't know. It led me to explore Russian culture and Russian literature. Like, most of the stuff I have to read as an English major is really uninteresting for me. Maybe I'm a terrible English major because I'm bored by all these old British dudes. But I don't know, Victorian literature just doesn't do it for me. I don't know why. But Soviet literature, the stuff that they had to hide from the government and bury in a writing drawer, yeah, sign me up. That's good stuff. Yeah. I don't know, I'm just gonna play some Tetris for a minute, because I'm starting to screw up. Enjoy the music. Really? There we go. Oh no. There we go. I'm golden. I got this. Oh shit, no I don't. Right then. Oh good. Boom. Boom! Hit him again. Nailed it. There with it. Crap. Oh man. Oh no 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 no. We tried, right? That imagery too, that always caught me. And it's just so, it was always so bizarre when I was a kid. It's fascinating. Didn't the box said like, was it from Russia with fun? Intriguing when I was a kid. I still cannot pull up the chat. No. Oh, there it is. I got the chat. I don't know if anyone's saying anything. No, it doesn't look like it. But I have the chat pulled up. So, there we go. I gotta put my name in for this one. Sorry. For some reason my voice isn't coming through my headphones, so it's really difficult to keep them on and try and talk. So all I can hear is the music and then a muffled voice, and I don't know what I sound like, and it bothers me. What is up with this? Something's up. Boom, 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 boom. Man, what time is it? 12:47? Alright. I can't believe I've been playing for that long. I'm gonna just, do I want to do this? Let's try this. Maybe we can do the weird music that I hate. Not hate, but, you know. This part's cool though. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Do B-type with a little bit of this. Let's get into it. I wish you guys could... Alright, I got the chat. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and just jump into something on B-type. But if anyone watching wants something different, tell me in the chat. Let me know. And send me any questions too, so I have stuff to talk about. Because, again, we're supposed to have a co-host here, but I got bailed on. So, trying to entertain on my own. Yeah. Let's do... Let's go easy. A little bit hard. Hey, Dave Duvall's watching from work. Dave Duvall. You can follow him on Twitter at awkward. He's also on my weekly podcast, Foreplay. Dave, send me some questions. I'm drowning here. Kyle bailed on me. I got nothing to talk about. This sucks. I screwed myself already. B-type's tough. Also, Dave, tell me in the comments if my voice audio has been coming through this whole time, because it would really suck. I've just been talking out loud like a madman without anyone knowing what the hell's going on. Of course, if Dave's watching from work, probably doesn't have headphones in, probably doesn't know what I'm saying at all anyway. Just watching the game. When did I first play Tetris? NES. Well, if you've been watching the whole stream, yes, first Tetris was NES. This one. That's why I'm playing this one. It was early 90s. I was born in 89, so it couldn't have been... Oh, my voice sounds beautiful. Thanks. It was early 90s, so I don't know when. But I was young. I mean, it's not only one of my first gaming memories, but it's one of my first memories that I can remember. That and being on a rug. I don't know why, but I just remember being on some rug somewhere, maybe, just laying around. I have an image of, like, back... Oh, man. Anyone watching who's younger might not remember the wonderful design aesthetic that we had back in the 80s and 90s, but everything was ugly as shit. Everything was brown and tan and gross. Walk into a Goodwill and look at everything that they're trying to get rid of, and you'll see what we decorate our houses with. But, yeah, I remember laying on a brown rock. But no, Dave, NES Tetris, this one that I'm playing now. And Game Boy one not long after that. Brown rocks. Let's see. Also in the chat, Dave writes, when any new rendition comes out, are you hype as hell or, another Tetris? That's a good question. Well, like, when I was a kid, when we were kids, there wasn't the internet. There wasn't Twitter where every day you go on and it's like, hey, we're making a game and it just got delayed to 2015. But when we were kids, it was like, you had to wait every month for Nintendo Power or, whatever, EGM, Game Informer. Let's go classic. I need some classic. Just start from the beginning. But yeah, you didn't have access to all the news like we do now, so, like, I didn't even know Tetris 2 existed, until much, much later. But now, now that I'm older, and now that I do have access to everything, yeah, I remember, we've talked about it on the podcast before, but when PlayStation 3 came out, it was really expensive, and I was like, I got PS1, PS2, I was super stoked I was sort of like multi-plat gamer in my younger years, but, when the PS2 hit, that was it, and I just got, I had PS2, no GameCube, no Xbox. So, obviously, PS3 was so exciting for me. And then, $599 US happened. I couldn't afford it, so I bought a Wii. And then a few years later, got a 360. But then in 2011, there were enough games to warrant a purchase, and the price had come down significantly. I think by that point, PS3s were going for about $250, something like that. And I picked up a PS3, and one of the first things I got was the EA version of Tetris on PS3, which I haven't played in a while, but it was a decent version, and yeah, I was excited. And then, I don't know, I get excited for new Tetrises, but yeah, only if they're, some of them are not that great. I think the EA one recently has been a good version. I think that the 4-player stuff they did, not that hadn't been done before, but it was really fun. I remember we used to play it all the time. I used to do, before we did the podcast or anything, we would do a weekly game night. We'd just hang out and play games. We'd all bring whatever, DS's or controllers, and just hang out and play crap. And I remember a couple weeks in a row, we were just locked into Tetris on PS3. And, I don't know, super fun. And it's the one game I can beat my friend Akko at. Yes, but, no, this new Ubisoft one. Tetris Attack, yes. Yes. I'll come back to Tetris Attack. But the Ubisoft one that just got announced in January, and then the other day they confirmed the name, Tetris Ultimate, and they're gonna have more details at E3. I'm so excited. When they announced that in January, I was like, yes, because honestly, like, this is a game, historically, that you can just go back to. It never gets old, at all. Like, I've almost hit, well, I started a little bit late, but still, like, I almost hit the hour mark in this. How did I screw up already on, like, level 10? Because I'm talking. Because Dave's distracted me with questions. Trying to sabotage my gameplay. There we go. No, I don't remember. Ubisoft Tetris. When they announced that, come on. Very excited. Sorry, this is getting really tough to talk and play when I'm in this. Son of a bitch. Oh, shit. That was close. Oh, no. There we go. There we go. And knock him down. Yeah. Slow music. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I've answered that question like 3 times now. I get excited when they're doing cool things. I think the new Ubisoft one looks cool. They're adding... the EA one had it as well, where you'd see your friends' scores and be able to... It was like constantly in the top corner where it was like... You know, the next score to beat is so-and-so who's at X thousand or whatever. But they're adding in this new one... sort of like, what was that game? Forza on Xbox One that does the drive-a-car thing where it keeps a record of the way you drive, and that way you can play your friends online even when they're not online. They're doing that kind of thing with this new Tetris at Ubisoft. So, theoretically, Dave, you and I both get the game, and after so much time, it'll learn how you play, and then I can play against you even when you're not playing. Try and beat your scores. I don't know. But also, the fact that PlayStation 4 has streaming built into it, is really cool. Because I'll just play Tetris live all the time. Come back and watch me do it more. Hopefully then I'll have better things to talk about. Uh-oh. Dave wrote a wall of text, and I can't look at it now. Oh no! I don't know why I keep trying to read what Dave wrote in the middle of this. There we go. Yeah, I know. I need a break. Give me a long one. You fuckers. This is bad. No! That's one of my worst ones. Dave says, Ubi is going to make a great one. I find it kind of hilarious that games like this and older... Sorry, my chat's cut off. And older Goldens will stick... What the hell? Why is my chat all screwed up? Sorry. There we go. Ubi is going to make a great one. I find it kind of hilarious that games like this and other Goldens will stick with us through multiple platforms. Like getting so excited for PS4 Tetris. Yeah. It's weird. Like, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that just, it always comes back. I wish they did it with more. There's a lot of classic arcade stuff that just it's been lost to the world forever, which sucks. I don't know. Although they did just put out that new, that R-Type one. Well, it was out on 360 a few years ago. What is it called? R-Type Delta, I think. What do we got? I'll do about, I don't know, 10-15 more minutes. I'll just do one more. Start here. Let's go. Do some B-tape. Do this music. See, this is my favorite. Color scheme. We'll go easy. Alright, I need a break. Alright, I can handle this. Yeah, Dave, you talked about Tetris attacks. spacing out. Yeah, that one was super fun. I would like something else. They did one of those on 3DS or Vita, maybe. It'd be really fun. There was one, I wish I could get my hands on it, but you need a lot of hardware for it. There's one that came out, it was only released on the 64DD in Japan. But, it had a thing, and I can't remember exactly. I think it plugged in like the, I think it plugged in like the memory card or the rumble pack on the back of an N64 controller. But it had a wire that went from that up to your ear, I believe, and you'd clip it on, and it would read your pulse through this little clip, and then it would relay the information back to the game. And depending on your heartbeat, there were different modes. There was a mode where it would say, like, you're stressed out, let's make the game easier, or you're stressed out, let's make the game more difficult, and they would send more pieces or less pieces, if you, whatever. They increased the speed of what was falling down the screen. I don't know, stuff like that. I mean, they could have done so much weird stuff like that if Nintendo had done that vitality sensor for your fingers for the Wii that they announced, but I don't know. I'd like to try that at some point, but I don't know. It's a money game. I also have really associated memories with this game and Home Alone 2 specifically. I think it's because I had Home Alone 2 for the NES, which if you've never played that game, maybe I'll do a live stream of that sometime, just because it's so terrible. But, yeah, Home Alone 2 for the NES, I had that game, and really, really bad game. I couldn't get through, like, the first, I don't think I can get past the first stage now. But I would try and play that game, and I'd get frustrated, and then I'd go back to good old comfortable Tetris. And then when I got done playing Tetris, I would just watch Home Alone 2 instead, because watching it was a lot better than trying to play the goddamn thing. Yeah, the ostriches. Yeah, but Dave writes, I bet Wii U could have made an interesting versus mode with someone working in the blocks from the gamepad and other people playing on the screen getting... Why does it start out? Other people playing on the screen getting gamepad player populating blocks. I don't know why I'm reading that so weirdly, but yeah. Something like that where, yeah, you're dropping stuff in. Didn't we talk about one of those like that on the podcast, like doing a, what the hell was it? Oh, we talked about that with Smash Brothers, like how you could do that, like if you had four people playing Smash Brothers and then a fifth using the gamepad, where they would choose which items get thrown in and stuff like that. But yeah, playing at the Tetris where you would screw with people and choose the blocks that went in. That would get really mean, though, wouldn't it? Because you'd start playing favorites, you'd send all the good blocks to the one you like, and the bad blocks to the ones you didn't. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. If you want to hear more on the, what we think Nintendo should do with the gamepad, I can't remember the episode number. It was a few weeks ago. It was Foreplay episode maybe 22, I think. Fixing Nintendo and Trophies, I think it was called. What are we at? Alright, 106. I say... Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go A-type, do music 1. We're gonna try it. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna pop this on because I'm gonna need to hear the music. I gotta get into it. But let's see. Oh, good. Oh, shit. Bad idea. Not bad so far. Oh no! Shit! First time. No, no, no! Ugh. I was doing so well at the beginning. I haven't cleared a single... Oh, wow. I've only been going for 50 minutes. Yeah, we'll go for another 10 minutes. I'm going to try that one more time. Just give it a shot. Good start so far. Alright, terrible start. Also, I can never hear this song in anything without associating it with Tetris. Oh no! Oh, damn it! Dave writes, did you watch the end of Silicon Valley? Yeah, I did watch the end of Silicon Valley. Pop this off. Yeah, Silicon Valley was a great series. The first season, rather. But yeah, I'd love seeing that Mike Judge still gets to make things because he's one of the greats. Yeah, if you have not watched Silicon Valley on HBO, I highly recommend it. What do I got? I got about 10 minutes left. I'll do... Drop it down. Let's start on, I don't know, 3. Yes, when they were discussing how you could quickly run around a room, jerk off every single man in the room, and they were breaking it down mathematically. Killed me. So funny. Come in! Hey, friend. Uh-oh. Kyle is here. Oswald's going crazy. Yeah. I've got about 5-6 minutes left on the live stream. If you want to play around. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna help her with it. I mean, maybe. How did I fuck up? I'm killing it. I'm killing it. I'm getting there. Alright? You haven't seen the entire stream. I've been perfect scores all around. Boom. If you want to let him out, you can. Yeah, he's okay. There we go. Yeah, I couldn't do it with him. I had him out for a few, but then he started scratching at the records again, so. Yeah, that old classic trope. You miss it though. I spent a good while talking about Russian history and fumbling to stay alive. That's true. I don't know how to take this home though. I don't know what I should do to do the final send-off. I'm working my way through it, alright? Getting there. I cannot wait for that. It's not that, like, it's not that it's not gonna look pretty, because it's gonna look pretty. But maybe. But it's also gonna be Game of the Year 2014. I doubt it. I mean, that's like saying Wii Sports is gonna be Game of the Year. Wii Sports might have been Game of the Year that year. What else came out? 2006. Right? Yeah, 2006 was the Wii. What else came out that year? Tetris is dead. Yeah. It's gonna win my Game of the Year. Freecheese.com. Actually, I think right now where it stands, it's very likely that Game of the Year is gonna go to South Park. Nothing has topped that for me yet. I know, but also everything just got deleted. Oh, you're gonna tell me you're not gonna see Rockwell? I haven't played it. I'm about at the hour mark, so if anyone has anything else, let me know. As soon as I screw this one up and lose, I might do one more and kill it. What? What are they supposed to do? I know. The best game ever made, pretty sure. I've said that 0 times. Yeah, but it is. I mean, when you do cool stuff like that, yeah. But boom. There's no way. I'm coming back. It's just Oh shit, favorite color scheme time.
What are you doing? Why did you just make it and then block out more?
Cause I know what I'm doing. Oh, well. Crap. Oh, I think he has a bobby pin. He had one earlier. I know, I couldn't see it. I don't know. I don't get whatever. Oh, it might have been hair. I don't know. He's a little fast. But I love him. Anyway. Skip that Who? Alright, moving right along. Level 7, Kyle. I'm on level 7. See if I can beat my high score in this hour-long sesh. I will say though, before I close this thing out, that it was super fun doing. I think if we got together and did this kind of thing like once a week, one or two of us, shit, hanging out and playing an old game. I was saying before you walked in that I have close associations playing this game to Home Alone 2 on the NES. Because I had that game as well, and I would try to play that, get frustrated, and then go back to Tetris because it's my, whatever. Oh man, we should definitely play Home Alone 2. No, we should. Damn it. No, that game was... I don't... Like, you can't... I want to show it to you now, but... Nah, that's it. And I didn't beat the high score! No. No other chat from Dave. Oh, there are more lessons. Man. It was a good hour. Pretty sure I'm sweating.
Oh, get out of my butt.
Nope. J. O. Mar. There we go.
At least I can beat those in my sleep.
Yeah. Alright. I think that's gonna do it. I don't think there's anything else in the chat to respond to. That's it. A little over an hour. Happy birthday, Tetris. Nobody cares about D-Day, right?
I mean, a lot of people.
Nobody cares about D-Day. Anyway, yeah, that's it for the 30th anniversary Tetris live stream from thefreecheese.com. Oh, Dave wants to see if you can beat my score.
If I can?
Yeah.
Does it literally say if Kyle can beat your score?
Yeah, let Kyle see if he can beat your score.
Which one? You have 3.
I guess the top score.
Alright.
I think I did that one starting from nothing. Oh, and apparently it's free donut day.
Yeah, it's National Donut Day as well.
Alright. Boom. You in the chair, or are you good?
Just give this today. Should be good. Let's do music 2.
Okay. Hold on 1 sec. Don't start.
Taylor Day Duncan. Too late already.
I just want to make sure we got you in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright, fire when ready.
What level? 0? Is that what you said?
I started from 0 and then got to 8.
Alright, I need to know how to change them, to switch them.
Oh. Boom and boom.
Oh, got it. Fuck.
I gotta run in front of you.
Hold it real quick. And then I'll sit in the chair.
Ah. No.
Oh dear Lord. I don't want to do this. I'm in charge here. Ooh. Getting ahead of myself. Fuck me. Fucking red brick. Maryland crab doesn't make sense to me. If you can eat king crab, why the fuck?
Right. Maryland crab's just a big crab.
Yeah, that sounds pretty crazy.
Fool.
Fuck. Gotta do this. What's happening? There we go. Can you imagine a legit thing like a What's happening? Why the fuck didn't I turn it? Hey!
Hey!
I just saw you! We played a game together last night and you forget. You just forget our memories, that's fine.
I get it. The lockout.
It's your last name, but it's the game. It's a twofer. I hate my life because of you. I can't do much right here.
Kyle got here.
Fuck it.
We had a few minutes left in the stream and started talking shit on Tetris. Instead of Dave playing with all that, instead of high score that I got, holding 7-5 shit. Which, my score might not be that impressive, but I was talking about Russian the whole time.
Me. I'll make
No, I
it
was
work.
just saying to shove it in, don't worry about it.
Oh, fuck! Whatever, this is a mess. This is a mess. I can redeem myself. There we go. Tyler, I'm messing up. Keep messing up. Don't do that. My mom did the same thing. Why are you cursing a lot more than usual? Why? What happened to court? Did you go to court today? How'd it go? Well, I hope you do. You deserve it. Fuck! Whatever. Kyle lost this round. Typical. You're worth just about nothing. Kyle's failing. What else is new? No! Fuck me! I swear, I click too many times.
Why will we do that?
Yeah, everyone's watching me fuck up. All two people are watching me. What did I do that for? I need to think. You're stressing me out, guys. There's too many of you. That's good. Woo!
The gauntlet.
Beat a score?
Yeah, that's mine at the top.
Top?
Let's be honest. When you were playing, when you got your top score, no one was here. People were looking over your shoulder. You have a dog sniffing around you.
I had dry eyes.
Okay.
I was trying to.
Yeah, he's full of excuses.
I was trying to discuss Russian history and literature.
That's fine. Dave,
He's
eat
like
a dick.
fucking well of excuses. Both
I'm
of you.
no.
I'm
He's
not full of excuses.
he's Dr. Excuse over
Look
here.
right here. I don't know. I have nothing to say.
Anyway, looks like Kyle can't Tetris.
I can't hack it. Sorry.
Kyle couldn't hack it.
Kyle couldn't hack it. We're gonna kill himself.
Oh man! All right, that's gonna do it for Happy Birthday Tetris. Thank you for 30 years. This was fun though.
You're recording?
Yeah.
I didn't hear you recording. I wouldn't have been cursing him out.
Oh, I don't care. That's fun. It's fun for the show. No, this was super fun, and I'm glad that I got to do it. And I'm definitely gonna do more of them. So I don't know. Stay tuned on my Twitter at @thefreecheese, or thefreecheese.com, and we'll keep everything updated. And I don't know. We're definitely gonna plan more because this was awesome. I really enjoyed it, even when I was just talking to myself. That was fun too. But thank you for watching. Happy birthday, Tetris. Spasiba, Alexei Pajitnov.